Jordan, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, Fernando, right?
Yeah,
please,
Fernando.
Please, take a seat.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy
I
schedule.
appreciate you coming
Yeah.
today.
I was looking on Instagram, saw you guys just recently celebrated a wedding here. Saw on the official Goldman
Yeah.
that you were tagged in it. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, my wife Julie and I married 2 weeks ago, so we're headed to the Bahamas next
nice.
month for the honeymoon.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
You got it.
Yeah, what do you guys do in Bahamas? Just chilling in a resort?
So, enjoying the warm weather, much
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah, much better than the cold we get up in Minnesota. I'm jealous about it. But it's nice being here in New York City for a couple days.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it.
Good.
Do you have any good restaurant recommendations for tonight for me?
Ooh, there's a Chinese place on 6th that's really delicious.
Okay,
It's one of my
that's it.
favorites.
Okay,
so
perfect.
Check it out.
Yeah, I'll definitely I'll DM you about it if I can't find it.
Yeah.
But again, thank you for taking the time out. We're excited to be having conversations with companies this large, this important as Goldman. I think kind of just for this evening, I just want to find out a little bit more about kind of what you're looking for out of our platform, kind of any success or pain you've had in this domain before, and then I'd be happy to tell you a little bit more about kind of where we are now and where we're ready to go. What our engineering team tells me we're ready for. We're happy to test new things, but we also want to be cautious about having success with your company. We don't want to come and kind of flop and have you miss important deals because of our platform, but we're happy to discuss about all that. So kind of starting out, do you want to tell me kind of a little bit what you envision out of the partnership, what you envision out of us, considering you responded back to the email?
Yeah. So just reached out to you guys. So we've been hosting our email on a thick platform for quite some time now. We decided it's finally time to make the switch. We're going to go to a hosted domain next month. And with that, we see some security concerns. We also see some speed monitoring concerns. The 365 platform we're operating on right now seems to be pretty limited in types of sort of surveillance, types of supervision we can have on the platform, on our speeds. And obviously, with financial actions, transactions, different things we're doing, it's very important that there's time sensitivity that's really being taken place. So we sort of reached out to you guys, want to see a little bit more about what you have to offer. We're trying to develop something to this front, and pretty quickly we're planning to switch the onboard probably next month. So
yeah, that's certainly pretty quick. You guys have 20,000 employees.
Yeah, just about 20,000.
Yeah, it's gonna be ambitious for us for sure, but having a client this big, we're willing to kind of dedicate a lot of time and resources to it. Denoting what you said there earlier, I noticed you said time had been kind of an important factor of yours. We've had great success with this before with Enterprise, for example. We've been able to kind of cut down the amount of time they spent lagging on the email, different things like that. So we've been happy to see those results. Obviously, moving to a bigger platform is going to be kind of a new space for us to test it out, and we hopefully would be able to have the same success rate. But seeing that you are a fairly large company, kind of wondering the internal resources you guys will have to support our tech if it's implemented. Or if you guys are going to be pretty reliant on our engineers, especially when, if knock on wood, things do go wrong overnight, kind of what places you guys do have internally.
Yeah, I think that's one of our biggest concerns, looking into your company's profile. It seems like mostly smaller clients you've been working with, some local things in and around the Boston area where you were started, stuff along those lines. But obviously as a big company, we need all resources full throttle. Obviously we do have a pretty big IT team that has been looking into development of security and of speed monitoring systems on this front quite a bit. We've had some challenges with this, why I reached out today, but we're still sort of looking at everything on the table, understanding in the next month we are going to be having a hosted email platform. It's pretty time sensitive for us, but we do have a team on board that's very strong, and I think eventually we'd want to have some type of development in our own team. So whether it's onboarding with you guys and finding some type of internal process to eventually oversee the platform, I think that's more so what we're thinking about. But I will say one of our biggest concerns is making sure that you guys are ready to scale up to a company as big as us. It's pretty concerning seeing you've only worked with a little bit smaller clients, especially when we have such a big need on that front.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that we're able to adopt 20,000 new profiles overnight. That's something that we definitely have to work up to, but I'm pretty confident in our product. I'd be happy to set up a demo for you, have a few accounts, maybe up to 50, and I'd be happy to also, it'd be interesting for our engineering team to kind of get the analytics behind this, having kind of a diverse round of emails, so up from management all the way down to floors, kind of see, the different email interactions. I'm sure y'all are using emails at different times of the day, with different frequency rates, so kind of seeing how that works through our platform. and also seeing how effective it is for all of you, because maybe it's not that 20,000 people need that email. So I'd be happy to find kind of a good median. But I'd be happy to set that demo up. But when setting up demos, is this something that your IT department has done before? As far as smaller companies, do you guys usually go demo before adoption, or how do you guys usually do that process?
Yeah, so I think it really depends on the sales process. I think particularly for this type of software, we'd love to see a demo. We'd love to see what you guys are doing a little bit. We're trying to understand this space, particularly as the person heading the IT department. We'll normally start off a little bit lower down, but because it's a little bit more timely, I just wanted to call you in myself and hear about maybe a little bit quicker of an implementation or testing something even the next few days.
Yeah, absolutely. So since you are head of the IT department, mainly discussion would be going through you, or would we need to get anyone else involved as far as actually going and closing out a deal, if that is a decision we like to take?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'd finally sign with the CTO, but as head of IT, I would pretty much be able to pull it up to him.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So how about next week? We can I can bring in some of my engineers. We can kind of include a bigger meeting, maybe something over lunch, maybe at the Chinese restaurant. We'd be happy to meet you guys there, and then walk down to the office and kind of set up that platform for you guys. I can bring out 2 of my engineers, fly down, and I'd be happy to also include some of your other IT departments so that we can kind of start having a nice communication between both the decision makers and the actual implementation of it. So I'd be happy to set up something maybe Thursday at noon. Would that work for you?
Yeah, that should work.
Perfect. I'll send you an email to remind you. I'll CC my IT department so that they're all in the loop. But thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much for coming today, Fernando. Appreciate it.
See you next week.
Take care. Hey, Fernando, right?
Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Take a seat, Jordan.
Thanks, I appreciate it. How have you been, man? I saw on LinkedIn recently you got the big promotion, so congratulations.
Yeah, it's been weird. I'll tell you. I haven't had a job this technical before, but I've been excited about it. I think I have a lot of people supporting me, so hopefully I'm able to kind of bring something new to the table. And I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to approach you is I was looking over your product and I got excited about kind of bringing something new. Kind of want to make a name for myself. This is Goldman Sachs, so there's a lot of competition on here. So I'm trying to kind of separate myself from the bunch quickly, and I think implementing something this innovative into our company would be something really good for us.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you reaching out. I saw your email and wanted to schedule a meeting right away. Basically, today I just want to go over a little bit about hear some of your needs as a customer, what you guys are looking for, how we could potentially help you out in this process, and sort of go from there. Does that sound all right for you? Probably shouldn't take more than about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, I got plenty of time for you. So
awesome.
Again, I guess our needs are, we've traditionally been working with other clients, email clients to get our servicing done. We are a company that moves fast. Doing deals, we rely on email heavily, and we rely on the reliability of our emails. We can't have anything go down or anything go wrong. And I think that kind of the big issue we've had working with larger corporations is that we don't get the kind of response that we need if things go wrong. So I think that if we were to move forward the partnership, we kind of want to be known as like the top dog, if you will, as clients. We want to have a white glove service, especially for the first adaptation. So that is something that is expected for us. But additionally, we do realize that you guys are a new company. So we do have an IT department internally that would be kind of working with your engineers, hopefully to branch something together in good unison to make sure that your product is working for you guys. You're able to get good analytics from it, and then also it's providing the needs that we need for us.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to hear when you're talking about some of those issues with the email system. What are some things you've experienced recently? I saw online that you were finally making the change to a hosted server.
Yeah.
Have you seen some difficulties internally with that?
Yeah, it's the main issues internally have been the fact that the customer support's quite not there. For a lot of these companies, we don't feel specialized in any way, and I think that a lot of times we do have a specific need for our client, for our email client. I think that being in kind of a 24-hour company, having deals overseas, things like that, our emails never really stop, so the frequency of them going out remains pretty consistent, depending on all our offices and all that. So I think that something we've seen is sometimes during times that we really need it, we don't have the support that we need. So I think that that's what excites us about working for a smaller company. But I'll be frank in it that we are fearful of bringing will be a particular pillar that we rely on. So we definitely want to make sure that nothing's going to be going wrong. I want to make sure that your tech's ready for that. But we also want to move quickly. Again, I haven't been in this position long, so to be honest with you, this is kind of going to be a trophy of mine if I'm able to officially transfer it over to the company. So we are looking to move pretty quick. I went to college with the CTO, so we go way back. So hopefully, we'd be able to get things signed pretty quickly. Considering I fell in love with your product, I've talked to a couple of people at Enterprise, so I kind of did my own research with it, and it seems like it's been going really great. So ideally, we'd be looking to sign, within the 2 weeks and have full implementation, 20,000 by the end of the month.
Wow, okay, that's great to hear. And talking about that reliability piece, I think I hear that when I talk to a lot of our customers that are looking for something to work around sort of the constraints the 365 platform has. So when you're talking about this quick implementation here, so are you normally the one that would sign a deal? I know you said you're sort of carrying this around as your potential trophy.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we need to set the pricing right. I think that the majority of it would be worked out with me, but I think that the ultimate decision maker is the CTO. Jeff Stearns, he's a great guy. We go way back. We went to school together. So, I'd be happy to tie him into conversations early on. But I think that to be respectful of his time, he wouldn't be involved until pretty late into the sales cycle. But knowing that this is a big promotion for me, I'm trusted to kind of bring it along to that final stage in which he'd be introduced. Obviously, if it's a demo, things like that, he doesn't need to be involved because I can do it mostly internally with my engineering team. So it wouldn't be until kind of finances that he's involved later on stage.
Yeah, awesome. And you mentioned there's a pretty quick time frame here. What are you looking at? When are you thinking you want implementation?
Full implementation by the end of the month.
By the end of the month?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be honest with you, we have been talking to other suppliers, but I think I like your platform the best. I think that your success story has been the best so far. So that's why we're approaching you. I think it excites me too, the fact that, we'd be scaling your company. So it's exciting for you too, I'm sure. So yeah, by the end of the month particularly, we'd be looking at it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, as you've probably seen on our website, we've traditionally probably worked with a little bit smaller clientele, started with some local places in Boston. Recently, we just started partnering with Enterprise Car and Rental, which is a pretty large employee number as well. So I think it's something totally doable for us to see implementation. I can't promise you it's going to be overnight without fail, but I think over the course of this next couple of weeks, we could maybe schedule a demo. I can bring a few of my engineers in, they can meet with your IT department, show you how it runs a little bit, and then maybe we could take it from there. How does that sound?
Demo sounds great to me, yeah.
Okay, how about end of this week? Is that too early for you?
End of this week's perfect. I'll have time, and I'll get my IT department ready to kind of onboard you guys.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for now.
Perfect. Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, see you next week.
Take care.